Wise man ever once did. To merely observe your culture without contributing to its images close to existing as a ghost. Ladies and gentlemen, we never once imagined to wake up from a long slumber and see the dying reality of our culture. But as Indonesia, we probably get close enough to imagine this real. Globalization unexpectedly has driven many cultures and lifestyle transformations against our fellow generation. The losing of traditional game, the poor social interaction, even the change of our behavior lifestyle are the forward of disorientation because of modern culture prison. If we can bring back people of 1990s and let them see the current side of this nation, we will probably send their disappointment to know our young generation are over-obsessing against K-pop lifestyle all alongside. Dancing the West song in Crazy Ride, even wearing the West culture by pride. Do we find it interesting? Surely not. Their culture is not wrong. The revolution of globalization is not wrong. Even the world changing is not anyway wrong, but we are wrong. We are too much consumed by our selfishness to forget our culture and choose to feed up the westernization. But then, we have to work at belonging. We have to realize that the single thing every one of us in this room has in common is culture. To keep culture is to keep us. To save culture is to save us. So, let's take a stand to always appreciate our culture before and after everything else, as well as I bring culture to my speech with all due respect and title. Culture and the drive of globalization, brother and sister. Intrinsically, as you all probably know that modern culture is a culture driven by globalization to technology. Meanwhile, present generation is identical with smart, young, creative, and aggressive has big role to be the guard of this challenge for national integrity 2045. On the other hand, a typical cultural misunderstanding in a very basic human interaction is when everybody feels distant of the same culture in the same nation. They find the idea that when a culture has no longer sense to unite people, it means the culture is less preserved. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take the open example on traditional game. 71% of our young people today stand with digital game rather than traditional game based on Association of Indonesian Internet Service Provider. As the impact, every day our traditional games are going into massive extinction. They all die just by the moment. Another particular aspect such wearing short affects our behavior. Oftentimes we see the obsessed K-pop fan will instantly do everything. The tendency of lifestyle transformation creates pragmatic, narrow-mindedness, hedonism, even consumptive character for youth. This is definitely expressing the respectful to the suffering of people who dream to live a life that we're living right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, to fix this problem, if you can change the lens, not only you can change the way your brain perceives behavior, but you can change the way people falling back to culture. Well, I say it again, if you can change the lens, not only you can change the way your brain perceives behavior, but you can change the way people falling back to culture. By mean, everything depends on how we introduce and make people relate to our culture. If you're not able to find out how this culture is communicated to others, we will spend years believing that nobody will care of it. So guys, in this case, socialization should take bigger part in more organized manner. Brother and sister, therefore, I will go as far as to say that youth in parallel game of 2045 golden generation like us is the solution to inspire movement. We have to create something new in this digital environment. Take example. Anybody knows about hide and seek or let's say peta umpet? Yes, hide and seek or peta umpet as a favorite game in the past can be adapted into digital practice. Like Pokemon Go, that is related with hide and seek game can be the model for young people to make our game be more flexible. Another hand, we can assimilate the traditional culture with modern culture, such the Wonderland Indonesia created by Alfiref. The collaboration of electronic dance musics and Javanese instruments are genius innovation that can encourage bigger societies to know our culture. Besides this, share it in the social media is either valuable way because every single second of our everyday life is globally connected with other generation. Now imagine we take the level of connectivity to relive our traditional culture in a better way. I believe that is the powerhouse of change. So guys, it is never too late while there's a chance to try. Yes, I'm serious. We have to do big push to this one. Well, after all, we have a wonderful scenario in the backstage of this drama. Let's stop to always compelling politicians to make different. We must independently adjust with the environment. Start in such a way we have most personal power to impact change. Rewrite responsible history of what has happened for a long time and have to be brought back by the young. Meanwhile, all generation can give internalization about culture value to the young people to keep preserve and be more defensive against the global culture. Well, ladies and gentlemen of respectable juries, to sum up, culture in our Korobatov community have to be respected as always. I want the culture to be continuously belong and fully accepted. Everyone need to plant a seed of influence, new appreciation, responsibility, and unique sensibility, so that one day we can have our children see our culture. I believe they one day embrace it. I believe they will one day with it by pride. And now is the day we just need to start. In the name of culture and nation generation, we must always feel to always keep twice in our lifetime, now and forever. Thank you very much.